to the sound, it sounds complete. These are the attributes of real niggas. Fuck you, bitch. Yeah, nigga.
Sample my soul, just bring the ether. I'm deep in the church like Apostle Peter. Bring one gun, I'm bringing heaters. I am my brother's keeper. Sample my soul, just bring the ether. I'm deep in the church like Apostle Peter. Bring one gun, I'm bringing heaters. I am my brother's keeper.
Sample my soul like you got a taste. Can't sample the blow, just cop the 8. Can't handle my flow, guess I'm dropping waste. Can't cancel me, bro, I'm non-stop and great. These deuces out sock puffin' and niggas out cock suckling. Filth cat, not that I'm not buckling. People hoping to be a meme, quote or two, tweet of the week or just post quotable. Silent shit talking like I'm choking you with a rope or two. Y'all liars, we see it in your face like Pinocchio. All you rappers, I'm provoking you. Filth cat the best, there's no hope for you. NPC me, Fruity Loop, or repeat me. I'm a god you can't touch. You wonder like Stevie cause you can't see me. You hate what I am because you can't be me. Don't believe that I'm real, you need to see me bleeding. Don't want me to win, so you need me retreating. You reaching for reason like palm reading. I'm reaching for seasons cause a nigga eating. I'm a big shopper horse, see more feed me. We will forget you like Reeby. You know that one Jackson that you never see on TV.
Sample my soul, just bring the ether. I'm deep in the church like Apostle Peter. Bring one gun, I'm bringing heaters. I am my brother's keeper. Sample my soul, just bring the ether. I'm deep in the church like Apostle Peter. Bring one gun, I'm bringing heaters. I am my brother's keeper.
Well, welcome. How y'all doing? Welcome to another Heart to Heart with MARTU. I know some of y'all have noticed something. Yeah. Some of y'all have noticed this. And you wonder what it is. Can it be the real deal? Or is it some bullshit? My name is MARTU, LAMAR Moore. But my state name on paper is Danny McLeod. The first name was given to me by my mother. My second one was given to me by my grandmother. Okay? So just, understand that. Shout out to all the coffee drinkers, that love that last little swallow and gotta go get some more. A very intuitive and very gifted young man. And I stumbled across energy about 3 years ago and really got into learning about sound frequency and vibration, and I implemented it into my radio show. For those of you that would like to tune into my live radio show, the link to it's in the description box down below. And been doing radio for 5 years, so I learned a lot of things about radio and about radio sound waves, energy, I've learned about our energy sensors in our body, and learned that it's called Kundalini energy. So I'm like, okay, but a lot of the information that is shown about this energy that we have, it also coincides with the actual Bible. It coincides even with the Quran. You know what I'm saying? And many other religions, you just grab bits and pieces of and you start learning that this knowledge is a forbidden knowledge of God that has not really been taught, or hasn't been taught at all, or it has been kept secret. And so as I began to study it, I began to understand what I've been doing. I'm beginning to understand who I am and what I am, what I'm about to become. Also, the next thing you need to know about me is that I am a very strong empath. I have very strong intuition, okay? And just stumbling across the Akasha records, I know that I have the ability to tap in, okay? To really go deep, go into a situation and make it understandable at a level to where you can actually understand it. You know what I'm saying? Using everyday life lessons and stuff. Okay. These people right here that I'm showing you right now, these are people that are part of my network. That's P, the politician of the CCG network radio. That's Mama Rejects, Rejects Worldwide Radio. Hold on. Holly LP of the Eargasm Music Review Show. Very good. Very elegant too. Twism White Peace, right at his website, www.officialtwismwhitepeace.com. Okay. Random Radio Podcast Show with Lorenzo Tomas. Okay. Who else? Who else I'm missing? TC Ackerstein's Cafe Television. Keith Light of Steady Grind Records and Publishing. He ain't really looking like that, but hook up with him. Next to None Entertainment. He's looking for artists. Put you through a little miniature boot camp. Nothing too hard, you know. But, you know, like I said, these are the people we look up to. We actually tap into as far as listening and enjoying their content. You know what I'm saying? Well respected people. You know what I'm saying? But before we go any further, okay, the views of Heart to Heart with MARTU are not the views of the listeners. The commentary of this program is for teaching, enlightenment, to be informative, and stay in tune with current events. The radio station that gives you what you need, not just what you want. And then we got our copyright disclaimer. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can even use our content, but at the same time, I'm going to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Be careful in doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because this comes with no notes sitting in front of you intuitively talking about things. Okay? All right. Let's see. Okay, that was our sponsors. But yes, I am known as Uncle Deuce. I'm the owner of BITTE Radio, The Frequency on Spreaker.com, as you can see. Also owner of B.D.N. Radio Network. They all call me Uncle Deuce. I do represent a lot of artists, a lot of different independent music labels. Um, been thinking about restructuring some things. So hey, it is what it is. But this right here, the title of the show, right? Twin Flames, understanding the energies, speaking into the ethers. Okay, understanding the energies, understanding the the true mechanics of your body and your energy. And then after you understand that, is that after you have aligned your energy sensors uh with source, you know, and becoming one with yourself and becoming uh what should I say? Loving yourself first, putting yourself first. Um and being in line with that you now are able to create from the very pigment of your very own imagination and being able to uh, grab a hold of the science of the universe. Okay? Those of you that are, let's say that you're Christian or you're a Bible thumper or whatever, this is not up for argument, period. This is not up for argument. If you get in the chat room, the chat room of the premiere and you go to talking shit, you know what I'm saying, you get deleted. It ain't my fault. You know what I'm saying? So be careful, you know what I'm saying, what you think or what you say, who you bashing, all that, because karma is a bitch, okay? She don't play, okay? Good and bad karma, okay? She don't play. She bring the best of the best, okay? All right. So, um, understanding the functionality of who you are, going back into your life and healing, going through the process of healing yourself from all the things that has been going on in your life, even all the way up to now. Okay? I think it's very important for us to right now slow down, sit our asses down, don't do shit, but go through a stage in evolution of self. It's not about the fact that you're being selfish. It's okay to be selfish. What you want is what you want when you want it. You have the absolute power of being free, meaning you have free will. You get to do whatever you want whenever you fucking feel like it, and it's okay. Now, some of y'all probably don't like cussing. If you don't like cussing, on to the next video. But for those of you that want to learn, please take the time out to stay. And yes, I will trigger your ass. I wouldn't give a fuck. I honestly, I don't care. Okay? I think when you get to this level of what we call twin flame journey, we all think it's about the ultimate love story, and it's really the ultimate love story of loving yourself, not not just the other individual. It's loving yourself at the most highest vibration. That's what it's really about. And that's what this kundalini energy is about, is being one with yourself, being in love with yourself, but not only that, having this most high level of love for the divine, and how this love story of the divine or God or Allah, whatever you believe in, has maneuvered in your life in such a capacity to where you're trying to physically find out, is God in the physical? Is he so tangible I can actually feel him, touch him? Yes, he is. He's inside of you. He's inside of you. Not at a church building, not out of a house made of wood and stone. Okay? He's inside you. It is said that there is a book of Mary Magdalene, right? And it talks about how Mary was able to connect with Jesus after he ascended. It was almost like Mary Magdalene was his wife in the spirit. Okay? He could never have her while he was on earth because he had a mission to do. Okay? He had to go through his cycle of life to be able to accomplish what he needed to go back to the source. You know what I'm saying? He has to go back to the Father, right? The source. So Jesus couldn't be with her. But understand one thing about this relationship is that Mary Magdalene was the hoe that the Pharisees and Sadducees brung to Jesus. Okay. She was getting it on, and the motherfuckers caught her red-handed. And they brung her to Jesus. They was ready to stone her. Stone her for what? What'd she do so bad? They threw her at Jesus' feet. Jesus like, what the fuck? And then Jesus, you know, he asked him, well, what's the issue here? He's like, hey, according to the law of Moses, she deserved to be stoned. And Jesus is like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Really, these niggas trying to test me and shit. Oh my God. Hold on, let me play in the dirt real quick. Let me put my text number in the sand for a minute. Connect and ground myself before I, launch off at a motherfucker. Calm as day. The girl still is in front of Jesus trembling like, oh my God, I'm about to get stoned. Oh my God, I'm about to die. And Jesus get up. Well, not get up, but sit up. And he like, okay, this the deal. He, without sin, cast the first stone, and everybody looked stupid. Mouth wide open, about to catch flies. And one by one, the stones dropped, and everybody started to leave. And when they all left, Jesus asked Mary Magdalene, hey, where your accusers at? And she, look around, and she look at Jesus. Nowhere, my Lord. Now, if you haven't heard this story before this way, hey, you in for a treat. So, hey, it is what it is. And Jesus said, go, sin no more. Now, as Mary was getting up from the ground, she nutted on herself because she like, what kind of nigga is this? And ever since that day, she followed Jesus right along with the 12 disciples. Okay? You got to know the four gospels for you to understand that. Okay? Because they only talk about the 12 disciples, but they never really talk that much about Mary. Mary was a follower of Jesus. Okay? Let's make that clear. Mary, that was Mary Magdalene. Now, his mother, Mary, okay, that's his mama. Okay, That's his mama. All right. Now, going further, she followed Jesus all the way to the death. But Jesus also taught her how to communicate with him from the inside, not the out, the inside. Told her the true king, the true wisdom, so that they may always connect. So, with that being said, Jesus dies, and the first person that he goes visit is Mary. Okay? Now it says that in the four gospels, the only thing you have to do is look it up. Okay? Jesus gave her the ability to communicate with him without skipping a beat. Now, some of y'all may beg to differ. That's cool. That's cool. That's understandable. Because, like I said, probably in one of my radio shows, last week's radio show, is that a lot of people are going to debunk that theory. Because I don't think that the four gospels is just about Jesus. I think and truly believe that even the stories of Jesus were just things he did and the things he spoke for us to understand how we should connect to God. He gave examples. He showed the abilities. But you always notice that he would dip off away from the disciples to go do what? Pray. Meditate. Always talking about prayer, but, in the Gospels, it's always talking about prayer. Got to understand the Bible has been rewritten numerous times. So think of it as meditation. Because when will God ever talk to you in a soft, still voice? That's a teaser. That's just a teaser. There are some of us that have the ability to go into the Akasha records, the Akash, which is, universal, which is also global, and it's also personal. Okay? And those records are part of your DNA. Okay? Everything that you want to know, every piece of information that you want to know since you have been alive is inside you. It's inside you. The only reason why we don't know how to access this particular records, or should I say Akasha records, is because we were never taught this in the very beginning of our existence here on earth. But almost each religion talks about a piece of it. They all talk a piece of it. It's information of who the divine is and how he really communicates with us. What does that have to do with us being a twin flame and learning the Kundalini energy? It's only going to be what I would say a third of humanity leaving into what has been preached to us in a lot of ways called the rapture, right? Or should I say the second coming of Christ? What really grinds my gears about the word rapture is that it's about raptured as in an animal snatching you up into the sky. That don't even sound or look right. You know what I'm saying? Look at it in a way in a sense as look at it as the word of ascension, being to ascend. Look at it as different levels to get to heaven, or you know what I'm saying, being able to not disappear, but to be in alignment with the divine. So, how is it we get to this knowledge a little late in history, a little later in our history? How however, how many times you've been, uh, how many decades you've been here? You know what I'm saying? You've been here many times before, which you have had many past lives. A lot of people don't believe that, and for some of us, it is our last life to attend Earth. That is true, especially if you have tapped in by understanding the energy of who you are, the true blueprint, DNA structure of memory that you have inside you. Okay? And understanding that you have the same ability as the source to create. That you have the same ability as your forefather Adam, which is mankind, and Eve, Mother Earth, gave you. And understanding, most of all, you were light first. You were nothing but light first. The same way they have claimed that the Big Bang theory happened, where molecules just clashed together. That's how you started inside the womb. It only took a spark of electricity. Some of y'all don't get that. Look it up. We have the same capacity when there is a twin flame connection. And everybody has a twin. Okay? Everybody has a soulmate. I also have heard that there's more than one twin flame that you can have. But or I shouldn't say have, be with. Because a lot of people don't even know about this. And they really don't know nothing about meditation or Kundalini energy and what does it bring and what does it entail. Wow, I'm shaking the table, I think. Yeah. And so we have to go through a deep cleansing of our ability of knowing what the twin flame is, which is when you were right before you were born, before you went through your 9 stages, your soul split in 2. Let's really back up. Before you entered the Earth's atmosphere, okay, in your first past life, you split in 2 before entering. Okay? A lot of times they are identical twins. At times it could be the other set of twins. I had been learning that there is same sex twin flames. And then there is I want to say, those that remember that Adam Adamic protocol, which is God, man, woman, and family. Now, those sets are very special. Okay, because they truly understand the true alignment of God, and they understand the laws that have been used through the energies to withhold or hold on to or to keep together creation. Everything that you've been stepping on is nothing but energy. Okay? Tell you what, we'll be right back after the break. Should it be that one? Yeah. Let me tell you who I really am. Look at the process of the reject. Being rejected because he rejected progress. Progressing in elevation made him better. Elevating in light turned him into shredder. Illuminating brighter than darkness, he learned how to harness his light like a target. At one time he didn't think he had it. Processing the light with logic content. Rejecting darkness with words of light. Look at those arrows, can't penetrate light. Just like Goku going through evolution. Can't stand sitting in institutions speaking stupid. A son of a bright star burning bright. The more he speaks, the more he breaks flight. Can you feel the vibration of his frequency? He sounds so good, feel his energy. He been around for eons. Can't confuse him with them words called icon. As he's meditating, he's elevating. Watch the darkness get mad and start hating.
make his words more vicious with a bite. Let him live in the eternal flame of his light. He's more than a scripture scripted in the light. A perfect imperfection, more satisfied. Solid in his words and more petrified. Living his attributes of his own love. Flying high and above, just like a dove. Deep secrets of wisdom flowing fluently. You can see the vibration of his frequency. Can you captivate the meaning of his mindset? Offset name brands like Reader's Digest. Processing information like a processor. There is only one he can call a true successor. A true intellectual speaking logic. His third eye open, wanna make a bet? Put him in position like a gatekeeper. When he speaks, he sounds like a street sweeper. A true paradox and even allegory. Picture the light deep in a story.
Yeah. We, excuse me. This coffee tastes good as fuck. You heard me talk about the blueprint. I ain't talking about Jay-Z. I'm talking about the blueprint. When you were okay, let me go this way. Adam, which is mankind, was given a blueprint, which was the way he was created. He was also given a counterpart, which was to balance mankind out, which was Eve, which is Mother Gaia, Earth. They were both given, in the very beginning, light bodies. Okay? They were created out of light from the earth. From the earth. But they were full of light, meaning everything on earth at that particular time in the Garden of Eden was healthy and full of light. They did not have a fleshly exterior. They did not. No, they did not. Whoever's talking, shut the fuck up. No, they did not. Okay? Their bodies were full of light. Created from the earth. Okay? When they ate of the tree of the knowledge of good and bad, There's a passage in Genesis 2 that talks about the serpent said you would surely not die. And he says, because he knows in the day of you eating it, you will become like him, knowing good and evil. There's a truth in that. There's a truth, a hitting truth that you are not paying attention to. The serpent said something that should have caught your attention the very first time you ever read the Bible. So basically what I'm saying is someone ain't telling the truth. Who isn't telling the truth? See, whoever wrote this Bible, or the many different translations of the Bible, they've been trying to use that as a way to blind somebody. Like, just throw that in there. They might not catch it. Now, understand what I'm saying. I don't have no notes in front of me. I'm letting you know this right now. Whether or not this register with your spirit, your energy, or not. Or you ain't getting it. You ain't catching it. That's not my fault. And maybe this is going to trigger you for a good minute. Because right now you have a lack of understanding. Because you have not read that book. Or you haven't read that book in its entirety. So Eve ate the fruit first. So we think we are being deceived into something that we should not have. At least that's what's been said, right? So Eve take the fruit to Adam. Adam eat and he be like, what the fuck just happened? Girl, you look good in a motherfucker. How come I didn't see that before? And all of a sudden, girl, you naked. And they realize that something is gone. This is when their bodies went dim and took on the resemblance of skin. Why? Because everything in the garden was covered with a skin. Yeah. They had everything that they needed that was healthy. And that was going to raise their vibration continually. But once they ate of the knowledge of the tree of good and evil, it switched. For some reason, God didn't really want Adam and Eve to eat anything off that tree. But look, it comes to find out that the serpent felt like it wasn't fair. Like, you should go ahead and eat of this. Because there is a dispute in a scripture in after that incident that explains something a little bit deeper. And it somewhat goes out in a way of like this. If we just not deal with mankind for this particular situation, then they think that they are going to be like us and also partake of the tree of life. What is the tree of life? Your energy sensors. Sure, your tree of life is you. You're the blueprint. You're the blueprint of creation. And so God didn't think it was going to be fair for you to reap the benefits of life at a high vibration and you partake of lower vibrational things. So he kicked Adam, mankind, out. Eve, Mother Gaia, out of the garden. Why? Because you can't have the best of both worlds. You just can't. That's why the Bible talk about you have to hate one and love the other. You cannot serve two masters. And when they got kicked out of the garden, they was already in their fleshy skin. Now, we're done with that story, okay? Your first past life entails everything. The thing about your first past life, you have totally forgotten it if you are a twin flame. You've totally forgotten it. Every now and then there are certain levels of wake ups to who you are. Okay? There's several wake ups to who you are. Some it comes quicker, some it don't. Sometimes people don't even notice it at all, and they go through a whole life not knowing. Maybe living a good life, maybe not. Maybe not. They just haven't totally accepted it, and they go into the next life, and the wake ups really begin to crack the code. So you went through several past lives, okay? Only thing you have to do is look up your past life in the Akasha records, in your DNA, okay? Only thing you have to do is look that up in your DNA. So, how you do that? You go through meditation. You go through eating very healthy lifestyle. It is a lifestyle to be this. It is a lifestyle to become this. It is a lifestyle to understand the secrets, to understand having the knowing of the divine and yourself and how you obtain this information so intuitively. Okay? And how you can deal with life as it is being presented to you. Okay? Because once you learn about the Kundalini energy, which we're really going to get into depth about, okay? You have to understand that you have to go through a cleansing, a purging of things that don't really mean shit to you anymore. Like, none of this world really move you. Nothing in this physical plane really moves you. Okay? Doesn't excite you. Okay? That way you'll be able to step into the ethers of the elements so that you can start creating. Okay? I hope you understand, I hope and also feel that you have accepted some of this and is willing to rewind and listen to this again so this can start grinding your ears, because some of this is going to get your attention for real and helping you understand that a lot of the things that we have been taught haven't been taught correctly. All right? This is your boy MARTU, otherwise known as Uncle Deuce. Don't forget to subscribe, okay, and hit the bell. Also, if you like the content, you want to, send a love offering, our Cash App and PayPal is in the description box. So, with that being said, just, show love for the labor if this is resonating with you. For those of you that are wondering what is our goal, our goal is to reach 100 first before we actually start doing live shows. Okay, these are pre-recorded, so you know what I'm saying. Uh, we're making it do what it do. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So, this your boy MARTU, heart to heart. Okay, this is gonna be a heart to heart conversation.